Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And as you can see, the title of this video, Cuba's power grid fails, leaving millions without electricity. And this is coming to Babylon the Great soon. You know, you look on the news and you see, they always push out there the grid is, fragile. The grid is exposed. It can be easily tapped into through China and this and that. That's going to happen, man. The same way the Lord brought darkness in ancient Egypt, he's going to bring darkness here in modern day Egypt. And this is in Cuba. So imagine if it happens in the States, where everybody's on top of each other and, there's already a tension out here amongst people. People are going to lose their mind. They're going to need things to survive. And if you have it, they're going to take it by any means necessary, So, you got Salakia. So you have it says let's read it again. Salakia. Some water. So you have once again, it said Cuba's power grid fails, leaving millions without electricity. Can you imagine? Cuba is warm. It's warm all the time out there, I would presume. But you know how the States, they get their winter. Imagine the blistering cold and you have no power, no heat, no hot water, can't wash up, can't really cook, unless you have a grill or something that can bring you some type of fire. That's going to be the only way, man. But the people here in America, they're not prepared for anything like this to happen because everything is so convenient. Everything is so easy. America hasn't seen a blackout since, I believe, back in, 20, what is it, 2000, what is that, 1, 2? Something around that. So over 20 years. So it's due. But you got our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, being comfortable enough to say that this can't happen. Well, it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. So let's get Isaiah before I play this. This is Isaiah 45. Because guess who's going to bring this darkness? The Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because matter of fact, I'm not even going to go there first. Let's go to Second Esdras. Because these are the miseries that's going to come to America. This is Second Esdras chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times, the last days, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, and there is no other country more proud than America, than Babylon." Right? Those over there in Cuba, those people over there in Cuba, for the most part, those are Israelites. Right? from the tribe of, I believe, Naphtali. I believe. I could be wrong on that, but they are Israelites, right? The quote unquote indigenous, right? And they catching hell over there. And you people here in America are about to catch hell because you are prideful, man. You don't regard Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and you have your pride intact, man. Lord is about to humble everybody, man. Right? And a lot of people are not gonna make it. Only the elect of the nation of Israel is going to make it out of the times of trouble that are about to come on the earth, you know. So let's play this. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, elect be edified. Shalom.
Want to go to Cuba now in the midst of a nationwide blackout after one of the island's major power plants failed, shutting down the electrical grid and leaving the entire island of 10 million people in the dark. The government closed schools, non-essential businesses in this last-ditch effort to release pressure on the system and keep the lights on. But it didn't work. It wasn't enough. It's coming as Cubans are already suffering from shortages of food, fuel, water, medicine as well. Ed Augustin has more from Cuba.
I'm coming to you from the Vedada district of downtown Havana. Behind me, a famous theater. And in front of me, it's just about to come into view as soon as I pass this bush. Hey presto, we have a school. Both of them today in Cuba closed, not just here in Havana, but across the nation. Not a single school opened up today, not a single theater or cinema. Why? The country is going through an almost unprecedented electricity crisis. Cuban Prime Minister.
And you always hear that word, unprecedented, biblical, right? Get used to hearing those words.
Manuel Marrero yesterday, in an emergency address, addressed the nation, saying that power cuts, power outages are going to get worse. They simply, he said, don't have enough money to import all the petrol they need to keep the lights on. And what they're going to have to do, he said, is take measures to reduce consumption. That includes paralyzing, his words, parts of the economy and turning off non-vital services, was the phrase he used, in order to reduce consumption. Across Cuba today, all schools closed to save electricity, all theaters, cinemas also closed, and that will last until at least next week. And then this morning, out of the blue, things went from bad to worse. The main power plant in the whole country, which hasn't received enough maintenance over recent decades, broke down. And that triggered a nationwide power cut. The approximately 10 million people in Cuba, almost all of them right now, are without power. The Cuban president, Miguel Diaz-Canel, says they're working on it, and it's the absolute priority to get it back online. But people here are worried that the rolling power cut.
Look at that, man. Look how dark that road is. Imagine walking down that road at night. You don't know what's going to jump out at you, man. You know, those people out there in Cuba, they have violence and crime going out there. But imagine this happens in the major city, Washington, LA, New York City. Man, crime is already up. Imagine what's going to happen when there's no power. People they're not really grasping the severity of what's about to happen, man. You should be in fear, and you will be in fear, because everybody's proud with their lips. Nobody believes that this can happen. They believe that if it does happen, they'll get over it, they'll get through it, right? And they don't regard the Heavenly Father. So the Heavenly Father is not going to regard you when things like this pop off, man. You're going to be in terrible fear. Right? Terrible fear. Let's get a couple of scriptures, man. Right? This is Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. So who creates the darkness? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? Let's start at 6. Let's start at 5. Isaiah 45 and 5. I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. And who gives us our daily bread? The Lord, the Israelites, that is, and the whole world, man. Who gives anybody anything? The Lord. Verse 6. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I am the Lord, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So this is the Lord telling you he does this, man. The Lord, blackens these nations, man. Nationwide blackout, right? Power grid fails. The Lord does it. Let's go to Isaiah 60. Because, hey, man, like I said, when this hits the States, it's going to be a time like never before. This is Isaiah 60 and 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Right? This is spiritual darkness. And also a literal darkness. Right? It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, meaning the people going to be bugged out of their mind. Very, very violent and evil. It says, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Who? The elect of the nation of Israel. That's who's going to shine. Right? Nobody else, man. Everybody else going to be stuck in darkness. Spiritual, physical, right? Emotional, right? All of that, man. Because the Lord ain't playing with you niggas, man. The whole earth is going to know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is in control. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14. And let's start at 14 and verse 16. No, let's start at 13. It says, now therefore set thy house in order, meaning get right now, and reprove thy people, right? Tell your people what's going on, man, what they need to do, what times are coming, warn them. It says, comfort such of them that as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man. Yeah, turn away from that worldly spirit, man. Right? It says, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter, man. So what you're seeing now, all the violence, the crime, the death, right? The hurricanes, all of these things that you're seeing right now is going to get worse. It says, for look how much the world shall be weaker with age. Yes, man. Look at the things that are going on in the world. Every single day, multiple times a day, things are going on. And is no light at the end of the tunnel. Right? It says, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. That the evils are going to increase. It's just going to increase, man, because what? It's just the evil that people commit, right? The demonic serving Satan, serving all of these other idols, especially the Northern Kingdom, right? Which the Cubans, those are Northern Kingdom Israelites, man. They serve idols over there as well. Right? You got brothers in the truth from Cuba that's in this walk. But the Lord is out here. He's stretching out his hand, man, by way of his prophets and his servants, and nobody's paying attention, man. So the Lord, hey, he about to back you into a corner, man. That's what's about to happen. right? So let's get let's go to is it 13? Let me see what I want. Salakia, bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. One moment. Israel, bear with me. This is okay, I got it. This is Second Ezra 7. Second Ezra 7 and verse 19. I'm started. It says, and he said unto me, there is no judge above the Most High, and none that have understanding above the highest. For there be many that perish in this life, because they have despised the law of the Most High that is set before them. So a lot of people gonna die, man. Right? By way of starvation, the sword, right? Pestilence, which is disease. It says, for the Most High have given straight commandments to such as came. Who is the commandments given to? The nation of Israel, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. And they were supposed to keep them. Right? It says what they should do to live. So if you keep the commandments, you will live. It says, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment, and what you should pay attention to and to take heed to avoid punishment. It says, nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him and imagined vain things, man, that they got it all together. Right? They got it out the mud. It's because of them. Right? But if you was in such control of your own body and yourself, how come you get sick and you can't heal yourself, man? How come, when you get locked up, you can't break yourself out of jail, man? Because you have no fucking control, man. Salakia. Right? You got no damn control. It says, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways, but his laws have they despised and denied his covenant. In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. Right? So it's this is why these things are coming down on the nation of Israel, man, because they despise the Heavenly Father and his word and his commandments. And it's going to get worse. Right? It's going to get worse. I'm just looking at this picture, man. That's scary, man. Pitch black. Pitch black. Only light she got is from her phone. Is a little light down the block. But all between that is nothing but darkness. And there's a lot going on in the darkness, man. A lot. But let's get one more. We're gonna play the rest and we're gonna shut it down. I didn't want this to be too long. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 37. And it reads, behold, the plagues draw now and are not slack, meaning it's going to come back to back and back to back. As when a woman with child is in the 9th month, bringing forth a son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth have great pains compared to a womb, right? Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compared to her womb, which pains and the child coming forth, and they slack not a moment. So, as when a woman is about to give birth, she's on that table and she keeps getting those contractions back to back to back, and she's in pain, man. She wanted to stop. Right? It's the same way America and this earth is going to get hit with the plagues of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Right? It says what? Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, man. So how are the sorrows? People are going to be in a miserable state as when I read in 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. Many great miseries. People are going to be in a miserable state, man. Right? Because of what? The leaders of, this kingdom, their cities are going to be miserable because of what? The Israelites serving. And then the Israelites are going to be miserable because they don't keep the commandments and what the Lord told them to do, man. They completely throw the Most High and his word behind them. So therefore the judgment has to come. So, I just wanted to touch on this. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, continuously watch as well as pray, because the times are coming where, that mercy from the Lord is about to disappear. And a lot of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, you proud ass Israelites, you're about to be judged in a harsh way, man. So, hey, hope you was edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.
That they've been used to for the last few years, that in Havana can last upwards of 4 hours, that in other parts of the country can last upwards sometimes of 18 hours, are about to get even worse. Back to you.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the